everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Shauna, and welcome to Shauna's World. Yay! How's everybody doing today? So it's been a while. Yes, I think it's been a while. I haven't really been posting. Okay, I've been posting my shorts, of course, with all the little things that have been going on and what I've been checking out. And today I decided, okay, let me do a video. So as you see, I'm back into sports. I gotta get rid of some weight. I've gained some weight and even gained a little pouch. And yeah, I bought this really cool, it's a hula hoop. Yes, hula hoop. So I'm gonna start like a hula hoop challenge. I'm going to try to do 30 days of hula hoop every single day to see if I can get my stomach down, because I really did. I gained a little pouch. I mean, being on vacation and eating really well, I want to get rid of that little. So 10 minutes every single day. I felt like an idiot today. It's been a while since I've been doing hula hoop. I used to do it with my daughter a lot, and then I stopped because she kind of got out of the age of hula hooping. But I was listening to one podcast and had the idea because this person had mentioned that, they were able to really get their weight down and get their stomach in shape by just hula hooping every single day. And then when I think about it, I used to hula hoop with my daughter, and we would sit and we weren't there. We would like do it for at least an hour almost every other day, hula hooping. She was really good, and she still is good. I mean, when I was watching her hula hoop, and and she still has it. And we used to have like these hula hoop contests, like who could hula hoop the longest. And so she was really good. I mean, she would be up there like, I think the longest she did it was like 30 minutes, and then I think I did something like 15 to 20 minutes was my longest. So, and that really kept me in shape, kept my stomach, my abs. I mean, I had gained some really nice abs just through hula hooping and of course doing sit-ups. So if you're not like a sit-up person, which I would still recommend, I mean, planks are the best. I would do some planks, jump roping is also good. And this hula hoop, I mean, and this is a good one because it's a hula hoop just for adults. I got this at Amazon. I'm gonna put the link at the bottom. It's heavy, so it's not your typical kids hula hoop, which is when we used to hula hoop, I used to use the kids one. I mean that one also do, but I guess if you really want to see some, I guess quick results, maybe just get the hula hoop for adults. I would say this thing weighs at least a good pound, maybe 1 or 2 kilos, something like that. It's got some weight on it. So yeah, you're gonna have to be patient with yourself. Don't give up. Once you find um, that right stand, how you're supposed to stand in hula hoop, you will be able to get through it. I mean, as you see, I was struggling. I did a shorts video, so get it, if you get a chance, check it out. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna consider this day one. Yeah, you know me. My losing weight journey is, I guess the journey's over. No, I'm gonna start up again. But I'm going to change it, make it a little bit different, and make it a little bit more interesting. Try different methods and ways of losing weight. I'm even going to change my eating habits. Instead of eating one big meal, which I'm normally used to, I usually eat like like a small thing in the morning, like before I was having something like, I would eat something like a banana and maybe some cornies. I'm going to this time have like little small portions throughout the day. I'm going to try that, because I noticed, like, I think I mentioned before, my biggest problem is I always get the munchies at night, and I believe it's due to, it could be one or two things. Either I'm dehydrated and not drinking enough. Sometimes, you might get those cravings at nights because maybe your body's craving more drinks, and I know I'm really bad at drinking some. That's another thing too. I'm gonna increase my liquids, drink more, and yeah, reduce the amount of food that I eat throughout the day. Just split it up into little meals. So and I find it fulfilling. Like I'll have like a little small snack, but a healthy. Instead of eating chips and pretzels and stuff. Um, yeah, I eat like 3 or 4 times a day, but small portions. And I find that yeah, it's fulfilling. Look, I'm not even hungry. I have no desire to eat some chips. Not really. I'm not gonna eat no chips. And when I'm sleepy and I'm tired and I just can't, because that was always my excuse. I'm like, okay, if I if I if I want to stay up, I gotta eat some chips, and then if I'm, that keeps me kind of up. You know what I mean? So, um, no, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna try that. Up to now, I haven't had any major cravings. I mean, yesterday I had a few. I had a few pretzel chippies, but in general, I mean, I've been doing pretty good. I feel satisfied. Since a week or so, I've been trying this new way of eating. Just by, like I said, I don't, yeah, no, like not one big meal, because one big meal, I always feel so stuffed and I feel guilty. So if I limit it and just make really small portions, I could still eat that big amount of food, but then I break it down, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And I feel good with it. And I think, yeah, I feel like there's a difference of having the cravings at night, and I feel like it's also a good way of, yeah, controlling the amount of food that you eat, and that you don't indulge and overdo it, because it's improper to indulge and get a big 2 big plates, and then just have that food sit, and yeah, that's not good. It's kind of late here, but I really wanted to try out the new hula hoop and see how it goes. So I'm really excited about, yes, my new journey of getting the stomach down. Yes, getting the stomach down. I really want to train that stomach and get that 6 pack. I can do it again. I mean, I never really had a hard 6 pack, but I mean, my stomach was shapely. I mean, you could see it. It was formed. It wasn't super flat, but there was no bulge to it. Now my stomach is really protruding. I have to wear Spanx, guys. I mean, seriously. So, and also when I was on vacation, I had every night a glass of wine. So I've also reduced my intake of alcohol. Since I've been back home, I have not. I had no desire drinking wine. I guess I'm tired of wine. I don't want to drink anything, just water. water and maybe a sports drink. And no desire. I'm sure maybe in a month or two, maybe, I don't know. I might drink a glass of wine or something, but that will also add weight, guys. So don't let it fool you. That has a lot of calories in there, so lots of sugar. So if you're trying to lose weight, I would not encourage. Is that? I would not encourage you to, you know, be drinking alcohol, and definitely no beer. Yeah, who drinks beer? I'm not a big beer drinker. Although I must say, in Germany, I don't know if they came out with it yet, but they have what I do like to drink, which is a really nice thirst quencher, like on a hot day, is to drink beer mixed with lemonade. Oh, that is so yummy. That's so delicious. You do half and half. That's really common here. They call them Radlers here. Maybe some of you all are familiar with Radlers. It's a very common thing to drink if you go to the Oktoberfest. Oh yeah, Oktoberfest is coming up. Ooh. You know, I have never been to Oktoberfest. Maybe I should go this year. I haven't been there yet. I mean, I've been living in Germany for like almost 2 decades. Um, I think it's about time that I, go check it out. I don't know, maybe I go down there this time. I usually don't like these events though because I mean it's a fun thing. It's something to see and do, and it's definitely something to experience. Um, but what I don't like the excessive drinking. That I don't like that. And seeing a lot of foreigners come over and they just indulge. They underestimate the beer because the German beer, the Bavarian beer, is very, very strong, brewed very strong. And they give you these big old mass mugs. And for those who aren't used to that beer, they come over and they're wasted after one. Two, it's like they're gone. They're usually laying out on stretchers. It's funny because I always see on the news here where they have like tons of ambulance, oh, excuse me, medical assistance outside because they know that the people, when they come over here and they often have to get their stomach pumped because they don't know their limit. You know, they come over here and they just think, oh, this beer is nothing, but that beer is strong. I mean, I can drink this much and I'm like, oh, that's it. You know, like I said, I would prefer the Rottler. Yeah, even the Rottlers are strong. You know, it's like this much. I mean, we're talking almost 2 liters. No, what is that? I think it's a gallon. Yeah, it would be equivalent to a gallon. I don't know how many liters are in a one of those Bavarian beers, but I would say it's equivalent to a gallon almost. Because they're big, they're massive. They're like this big, imagine. And it's all beer, and the beer's strong. Because in Bavaria, that's where they brew, they have their own, I mean, each city has its own brewery. So, and they make that beer is strong. So if you're not used to it, you're out of it. Anywho, so I just wanted to do a little bit of chatting, a little bit of catching up. I wanted to share some real quick. Yeah, I saw two really good um, docos from this one YouTuber. He did an excellent job with covering these guys. He talked about Bad Bunny. I don't know if anybody knows I don't know, I guess he would be considered rap artist. He's from Puerto Rico. Bad Bunny. Oh, I love his music. Really cool guy. And so he did like a little, a mini, um, yeah, he covered his life story and how he started off and how he got to where he was, how he got to where he is today. And I really found that so interesting. I mean, Bad Bunny really stayed true to himself, stayed true to, yeah, he didn't let the industry like take him over, and he didn't convert, over to English, which happens to a lot of Latin singers, when they want to go on the international level and also make it big in the States, often they convert their Spanish into English so that the English speakers can understand. But if you notice, if you notice, or if you're familiar with any of a Bad Bunny's music, then you notice he sings in Spanish, but he's almost like the Drake, um, the Drake version, but Puerto Rican. If that makes any sense. Just like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Afro beats, and if you know Burner Boy, to me, he's like the Nigerian version of Drake. You know, I mean, literally everything that Drake touches, he's it's going to the top. Well, that's the same with Bad Bunny. I mean, most of his music is usually top 10, I guess, and Burner Boy as well. Although last year or two, since the Corona, I thought he wasn't doing so well. I mean, I didn't like his new album, but now he's picking it up again. And if you go on some of the YouTube links and put in Afro beats, I mean, there is a big scene. I mean, I love Afro beats music. I love the sound that's coming out of Nigeria and South Africa. I mean, it's really good party and sometimes chill out music. I'm so happy that the music is being more recognized. When I used to DJ, I used to DJ back in the days. Yes, I used to DJ. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's 20 years ago. 20 years ago that I was DJing. Ooh, so long ago. But however, I was DJing with a lot of electronic music, and back then, there were a few DJs who were experimenting um, and had a bit of Afro style, Afro beats. Okay, it's not the Afro beats what we know today, but they were, he was experimenting and, had like a lounge or what you call not neo soul, but I don't know, what would you call it? Yeah, like kind of like loungy style party, maybe soft house version of Femi Kuti. I don't know if you know Femi Kuti. He was a big Afro musician legend from, I believe he's from Ghana. Let me see, where is he from? Femi. Yeah, Femi. No, Femi Kuti is the son. His father's Fela. Is it Fela Kuti? He's a Nigerian. Nigerian. They are like the Fela. Yes, Fela. Fela is the father, and Femi is the son. Wow, very, very, very talented musician. But Fela he was like awesome back in the days. I mean, for his sound back then, he was very enhanced. Also, look at him. He's from Nigeria. They got a sound over there. They know about music. Um, But I used to, this one DJ I used to listen to, Ron Trent, and he used to, do a lot of mixes, and he would do a lot of mixed sounds with Fela Kuti. But however, as set aside from that, I love his music, and I loved his son's music, which is Femi. I mean, when I look at the pictures of him and his father, that wow, they resemble one another. Good looking guys. But yeah, so I predicted back then, 20 years ago, I was like, there's going to be a sound coming up, and sure enough, I mean, 20 years took them 20 years later that that it really did a boom. But I'm really happy that the music is really on a world or an international level, that everywhere in the world you hear Afro beats. This Whiz Kid is a Whiz Kid, and I believe he's also Nigerian. Um, yeah, Nigerian. They're like the British version of the sound that because there were a lot of great artists that came out of Britain. Well, there are a lot of great sound stars or musicians that are coming out of Nigeria. It's absolutely amazing. Um, I'm I'm impressed with the scene from Nigeria. South African music is also good. The South African party sound, but nah, I'm sticking with Nigerian sound. But yeah, so I saw this guy. Well, I saw this YouTuber, and he did a story about Bad Bunny, and so I'm gonna put the link at the bottom. I thought it was very impressive. I learned a lot about Bad Boy, and saw that wow, his style was amazing. He was dressing in women's clothing. I mean, he just really did what he wanted to do, and his style really became trend. So it really shows that he didn't let the industry um, turn him out, because a lot of people, when they're trying to make it big, they change their sound, they change who they are, and then they always come out unhappy. But maybe the reason why he came out so big is because he got big over Spotify. He had a song. He'd be in the studio hours trying to come up with different mixes. I mean, you could tell he just had a love, a passion for music, and had also a passion for style and fashion. And he would talk about how he experimented, or he really liked to dress in he liked to pretty much wear what he wanted to wear. So sometimes he'd be in his mom's closet and put on some of her clothes, just because he liked it, or he would paint his nails. I mean, just amazing. I mean, I think it's amazing that we can be so open with who we are today, without being bashed down. So, yeah, I found the doco very interesting, and the guy did an amazing job. Sonar is the name of the YouTuber. I'll put the link at the bottom, but wow, he did an amazing job. Very professional, great storyteller. Just wow, top of the line. I am so impressed how many talented YouTubers are out there. Like I said, I really do find it amazing. I really find it so, yeah, I find it really inspiring that there's so many people out there who have a voice of speaking and expressing themselves. So you don't necessarily have to go through one source in order to come out. Everybody can work at their own pace and everybody has something to say. That's why, guys, if you have something to say and you want to express yourself, where you think you can add something to the YouTube family, and come on, get on YouTube, and maybe you'll be helping somebody, express, or maybe sharing your information, what sharing is caring. So yeah, so I'm gonna put the link at the bottom, because like I said, this guy did an amazing job, and wow. And then I watched a second doco from him. Meanwhile, I'm doing this all while I'm putting my makeup on, guys. So I'm not just sitting up here. I'm always doing something. So whether I'm sitting on an exercise bike and working out, or put my makeup on, I'm always listening and wanting to learn about people and their life experience, because I find it very interesting, and how they came out. What was their secret? What did they do to get to where they were? What did they have to sacrifice? And yeah, I find it really interesting. And then I watched another doco from him, and he did one about Kurt Cobain. And for those who don't know Kurt Cobain, he pretty much started the grunge movement in Washington State. That was my era. I was like, I believe I was 19 or 20 when he came out, and his music was so fun and powerful. I remember when Teen Spirit? Was that the name of it? When that album came out. I mean, that was like around the time when Red Hot Chili Peppers had their Under the Bridge debut, and Soundgarden. I was totally into the grunge scene. I mean, the whole style, I loved it. Pearl Jam, oh my gosh, I so loved that scene, because it was just how I was feeling. I was finding myself, I actually started off listening to rap because I grew up with rap music, guys. And then because I'm originally from the DC area, we have a whole different sound there. We have go-go music is really big over there. So I was listening to go-go, and then when I hit my early 20s, I really wanted to change. I was listening to a lot of classic rock, and then I heard on the radio Teen Spirit, and I was just like, yes, this is how I feel. I can scream, I can let it out, because I don't know, I felt like I just, how it is, you're young. For all those women who are around my age, you know how that is. You were out there trying to find yourself, you're experimenting, and that was just the best music for expressing yourself and just wanting to get out that rage, And, he came at the right moment. So, yeah, he did a whole hour talking about Kurt Cobain. I mean, there's so many docos out there about Kurt Cobain, but I think this one was the best. He told a really good story. Yeah, went into his childhood, how he grew up, and unfortunately his addiction problem, which actually led to his demise, which is a really pity, because the guy was really talented, and I think he was really ahead of his time. I mean, imagine if he would have came out today, and with the social media. I mean, he was another one, stayed true to his sound, but just unfortunately a very unhappy person, and just, yeah, really sad. The poor guy suffered from depression. Just sad. I mean, he could have really kept and stayed big, but I just think he was ahead of his time, and I think because that lifestyle, I think that also tore him up. Not everybody's built for this big, this big scene of being famous. I don't think everybody's built for it, and so I think being famous kind of took him out, and because his life, I mean, the guy, if you listen to him, he sounded really simple. I really think he just wanted to put his music out there without all having the pressure. I think once you hook up with a music label, they start to put all this pressure on you, and you got to do so many concerts and interviews, and I just think it was just too much. And I think that was what really took him out, and like I said, also because of his habits, his really bad habits, and also the influences, surroundings, and just took the poor kid out. I mean, I remember when the guy, you know, decided to take himself or unalive himself. And what year was that? I think it was in '94. I was in Miami, and I was so shocked. I was so shocked, was sad because the guy was talented. I loved his music. I really did. I loved that whole scene, that whole grunge scene. They're actually trying to bring it back, but I don't know. They're not doing such a good job with it, honestly. Um, I remember with the flannel shirts, this kind of dusty look, this skinny look and I remember we used to always tie our jackets around our waist, and yeah, flannel shirt, gotta have a flannel shirt, tank top up to here with the baggy jeans. That's all 90s and grungy, and then the hat, the whole scene. I still love it. Sometimes I have my days where I have to have my moment where I just listen to grunge music or hard rock. I mean, I went from grunge music to hard rock because I was really into Rage Against the Machine. That was my band, Rage Against the Machine, because it was really a lot of hollering and anger, but on the same note, they kind of mixed that sound of rap and hard rock. Amazing band. If you guys get a chance, check it out. Have an open mind. It's not for everybody, I know, but that was just how I was feeling. It was a way that I felt like I can express myself. But however, this YouTuber did an excellent job with telling the story about Kurt Cobain and Bad Bunny. Well, and what else? I'm not going to make this video long. It's already long. It's 30 minutes, guys. I know it's long for me. Let's see, what else? I had something else that I wanted to talk about, and I thought I did my notes. I can't wait to see The Little Mermaid. Oh, I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited to see it. How are you guys? Are you guys going to go watch The Little Mermaid? And don't worry, you're not too old to watch the movie. I think it's going to be beautiful. I'm so happy about the new young lady. What's her name? Chloe Bailey or Chloe Berry, who's going to play the new mermaid. I'm so excited about that. And she looked absolutely stunning, beautiful. Wow, beautiful girl. I love her features. She's very exotic looking. And yeah, I'm gonna go to the movies and watch that because I just think it's gonna be amazing. Wow. So I'm excited about seeing that. I think there's something else I wanted to talk about, but now I don't. Oh, I hate that. Wait. Somehow it slipped my notes. Halle Berry. Sorry, Halle Bailey, not Chloe. I think Chloe's her sister. Halle Bailey. Yes, I want to see that movie because I think it's just going to be so magical. What was it that I wanted to... So typical, right when I wanted to Oh, goodness, excuse me, guys. It's late over here. It's getting past my bedtime. I'm sure it will come back to me later on. Right now, I don't know. I don't find it. I don't find it. Oh, goodness. Don't find it. Oh, that's a pity. Oh, what I wanted to mention, my daughter, she found this really another cool YouTuber, Darman, Dharman. Um, that's a really good channel. Very, I mean, wait a second. Uh, yes, Darman. He's got a lot of videos, positive videos for young kids um, that are, yeah, from 10 to, from 10, I would say 10 and up to 16, 17 years. And they're a lot like a lot of little short stories about kids and their different challenges what they face, but just positive, you know, kids. Like there was one story where this girl, she was a she was a gymnast, and her father was pushing her to get into the Olympics, and he was pushing her so much that she wound up in a coma, and so her father wound up leaving because he couldn't handle it. And so the mother, of course, stuck around, and it was so bad because she was in there for 2 years. And these are like little true stories, little short stories. They're about 15 minutes long. Is it 15 minutes? They're like 15 minutes long, short stories. Some 15 to 30 minutes, short stories um, about like kids and their challenge and how they overcome, but always a positive message at the end. And I was really shocked because my youngest daughter found that, and I thought, wow, that's a great message. It gives kids some encouragement if they got something going on and they think, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Maybe they can watch something like these little short videos. I'll put his link also at the bottom. Um, yeah, little short stories. Like there was this one. Yeah, I wanted to finish telling the story. This one, the little girl, like I said, her father was pushing her to get into the Olympics. She wound up in the coma. Her father left her, but the mother stayed, believed in her, and they almost got to the point where she almost didn't wake up, or that, they actually wanted to pull the plug, and then she started showing signs of that she was going to recover. And how does she get there? The mom used to play, first of all, the mom was the one who was visiting her daily, and then just didn't give up. And then she put on, I think she played something with the crowd cheering, and giving her that motivation that that she wants to be a gymnast. And then all of a sudden the little girl just kind of woke up out of her coma, and that pretty much saved her. And she really did go to the she wound up going to the Olympics. She made it to the Olympics in spite of her setback, and in spite of that her father had pushed her to the point that she was in a coma. Later on, her papa reappeared and tried to come around and be like, I was there for you. And the daughter's like, of course I want you out of my life because you weren't there. Mama helped me to get out of this. So these little stories, you find like little challenges that young kids face and then how they overcame it and how they were able to get to the next level. So positive. They're short stories. Kind of reminds me of how I grew up, where you had those little back to school. I don't know if any of you all remember that, those little back to school plays. Same type of scenario, where they had like, kids were facing challenges and how they overcame it. But yeah, so I'm gonna cut this video. Look, it's already 40 minutes. Sorry guys, I know it's long, but I hope you stuck around this long. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and check out my little short videos. I try to post them on a daily basis with some type of message behind or something that I found it out. So, and guys, thanks for joining. And until next time, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And turn on your notification bell when you subscribe, and that way you'll be notified when I upload a video. Until next time, thanks for joining me and hanging out. And for those who are subscribed to me, thank you for subscribing to me and listening to me. And thanks for making it this far. Until next time, bye.